Hi, everyone. This is Maverick. In this video, I will give a summary of the material presented by Professor Seiya Negami graph covering and its application in Icon Smart. Okay, let's get started. Graphics and their applications play an important role in visualizing data, aiding data analysis, and facilitating effective communication of information. A thorough understanding of the concepts and applications of graphics is essential in various fields. In this comprehensive overview, we will learn the basics of the scope of graphics and their applications in various aspects. Graph basics. A graph is a mathematical structure that consists of nodes, a-bars, and edges and sites between those nodes. There are various types of graphs, including directed and undirected graphs, weighted graphs, and many more. Understanding these elements is important to understand the broader concept of graph coverage. Graph scope. Graph coverage refers to the idea of covering various aspects in a graph, ensuring that the graph accurately represents the data or relationship being analyzed. It involves the selection of nodes and edges to create a comprehensive view of the underlying information. The main aspects of graph coverage include node selection. Choosing which nodes to include in the graph is very important. It should reflect the most relevant data points or entities. Edge selection. Deciding which edges to include depends on the relationship between nodes and the information they convey. Analysis weighted edges. Giving weights to edges can provide additional information or significance to certain connections. Types of graphs and their applications. First, social network graph. The application is used to represent and analyze social relationships, friendships, and interactions in social media or real-life networks. Second, transportation network graph. The application is essential for route planning, logistics, and optimization of transportation systems such as GPS, navigation, and traffic management. Third one is recommendation system graph. Supports recommendation engines by modeling user preferences and item relationships seen in platforms such as Netflix and Amazon. Fourth is knowledge graph, used in search engines like Google to provide structured information and interconnections between topics and concepts. The fifth is bipartite graph, useful in collaborative recommendation and filtering systems by modeling the interaction between two different types of entities. And the last is dependency graph, often used in software engineering and project management to visualize and manage dependencies between tasks or components. And now, graph scope applications. The first one, data analysis. Graphs help uncover patterns and relationships in data, aiding decision-making and identifying trends. And then information communication. Graphics provide an intuitive way to convey complex information to diverse audiences, making data easier to access and understand. The third, decision-making. Visualizing data using graphics facilitates informed decision-making by offering a clear and structured representation of relevant information. Fourth, research and exploration in fields like biology and chemistry. Graphs help in understanding complex structures and relationships between molecules and compounds. Next is process optimization in logistics and supply chain management. Graph analysis optimizes routes and minimizes costs. Almost there we got cybersecurity. Graphs can be used to analyze network traffic and identify anomalous patterns or potential security threats. And the last one is social analysis. Understand social dynamics and influences through analyzing social networks using graph theory. In creating effective graphs, it is important to consider factors such as graph type selection, accuracy, readability, and judicious use of color. Whether you are analyzing data, communicating results, or making decisions, proficiency in creating and interpreting graphs is a valuable skill across a variety of disciplines and professional contexts.